I put ground beef over the potatoes and the result was amazing. Friends, I'm going to start our recipe by cutting 6 potatoes in half like this, and then I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces. This recipe is very easy to make and is very delicious. I'll cut all the potatoes and I'll be right back. Now in a pan I'm going to add some olive oil. And now I'm going to put the potatoes that I just cut. I used 6 medium potatoes, which made a total of 1 kilo of potatoes. Now I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt on our potatoes. I'll also add a teaspoon of oregano. And now I'm going to put a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to mix it very well for the seasoning to add to the potatoes, and I'm going to let it cook for approximately 15 minutes. I'll leave it on a low heat, cover the pan and let it cook. Friends, 15 minutes have passed and our potatoes are like this, well cooked but not falling apart. Now I'm going to pour our potatoes here into a refractory that can go into the oven, and look how delicious our recipe is turning out. Now just spread it out. Now let's reserve our potatoes. Here, in the same pan that we cooked the potatoes, I'm going to add a little olive oil, 3 minced garlic cloves, and a whole grated onion. I'm going to braise these ingredients well. Now that we've sautéed the garlic and onion, I'm going to add 500 grams of ground beef here. I'm going to braise the meat until it releases water and changes color. You can use any meat you like. And if you like this recipe, tell me below so I know. Also tell me which country or city you follow us from so I know how far our recipe has come. Friends, our meat has already changed color, so I'm going to season it. Remembering that the seasonings are to taste, I'm going to use half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and I'm also going to add 300 grams of tomato sauce. Look how delicious this recipe is turning out, the smell is wonderful. Now just mix it very well. And now I'm going to put 100 milliliters of water in our meat, a bay leaf, and I'll let it cook for a few minutes. Friends, our meat is ready. I'll turn off the heat and let's move on to the next part of the recipe. Now all we have to do is pour all our ground meat over the potatoes that we reserved, and look how delicious. My mouth is already watering to try this recipe. Now I'm going to spread the meat well over the potatoes. Now to finish I'm going to add grated mozzarella cheese over all this, and our recipe will be even more delicious. I'm going to spread the cheese well over here, like this. Now just put it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius until the cheese melts. Friends, our recipe is ready and look how delicious it turned out. The smell is wonderful. Now I'm going to take a piece to try and for you to see the result. This recipe is perfect for lunch or dinner. I'm sure your family will love it. And look how perfect this recipe turned out. Now I'm going to try it and tell you how our recipe today tasted. My God! It tasted amazing. Do it at your house and then tell me what you think.